Hello, everyone. Meteorologist Mike here for your Delmarva Forecast here on February the 20th, and we've had a pretty nice day across the peninsula. After that rain moved out of the region, we're still sitting in the 50s for most of the area, and it doesn't feel like I should be talking about snow in 2 days' time. However, I am, especially since the National Weather Service out of Mount Holly has issued a winter storm watch for their half of the peninsula. I do expect Wakefield to be following suit here tomorrow, and that's not necessarily because I am 100% calling for a blizzard. It's because this forecast is a pain. It is actually incredible to see this much of a difference between two of our major models, the ECMWF and the GFS, this close to this system actually rolling through. This is not something that we normally see, so we have to take a much closer look into what's going on between these models. The ECMWF, also known as the Euro, is keeping the center of pressure out at sea. However, now we're starting to strengthen it a little bit more as we see rain turn into snow later in the evening and the overnight hours, and we continue to see snow and strong winds last through the overnight hours into Monday morning, and we're basically done by snow as we head on into the later afternoon. GFS is sticking to its guns. It's sticking to the same story that it's been going. Keep the center of pressure close to the coast and deepen it right off the coast. Very strong winds and much colder surface temps. You see here by the afternoon, we're already seeing snow in the northern half of the peninsula, and we continue to see snow during the overnight hours, even throughout the day on Monday. Now, this is the worst case scenario. This is the strongest and most snowiest model out there. I do not predict that's going to come true. Let's take a closer look, because you can't just take these models at face value. You have to look at the details. Let's take a look at the ensembles I've shown you before. Remember, each one of these numbers is a slightly different run of the same model, and the big number is just the mean of all those models combined. So we're going to take a closer look at this, and really the mean and most of the members are a lot closer to the Euro than the GFS deterministic. It's really just this one outlier member that is very close to the deterministic, and that is good to note. It is good to note that we are most likely not going to be seeing strictly what the GFS is implying. The rest of the general story is the same. Take a closer look at the Euro, and there is something to note from the Euro, and it's not this spreading out. It's actually this northwestern jump from the model, and that brings the center of pressure closer to shore, brings all that moisture that's closer to the center of pressure closer to shore, as well as this strengthening low, which of course brings us some stronger winds a lot closer to shore. So that is something to keep a very close eye on. Right now, it is still way too difficult to give you guys a snowfall estimate outside of the 0 to 100 mean. I can't give you guys that. Right now, all I can tell you is that on Sunday, we're going to start off with rain as we head on into later afternoon, early evening. You'll start to see the winds pick up as the center of pressure deepens off our shore, and we'll see a transition to snow overnight Sunday in that time frame as well. That snow will continue during the overnight hours Sunday night and last on into Monday. Right now, I cannot tell you how long that's actually going to last on Monday. My official prediction is it ending sometime around midday. However, that can still change. You still need a couple more model runs since we do have this big inconsistency. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. I'm keeping my eye on a quick little wave coming through on Wednesday for another round of light snow. That is just going to be brief, not going to be really piling up too much. Temperature wise, of course, we are going to be cooling down. We're only going to get to the mid 50s here tomorrow, and the weekend is only going to be up in the 40s, but don't worry, we'll be back in the 50s by midweek next week.